As we age, it's nice to continue wearing our lovely evening wear, but sometimes we don't want to show our arms. I don't know if you feel the same way. So I've been thinking about it quite a bit. Now, there's a lot out there on the market. For example, beautiful silk scarves or pashminas. But I was looking for something which is just very soft and delicate. I didn't want a shawl or a stole or anything too heavy. I wanted it to be translucent so you still get to see the style of your dress. So I came up with this pattern, which is a very soft and light mohair and silk sash. And the way I've done it, I'll show you in my tutorial how I've crocheted it, but you wear it like this. So you just pop it over your head. It fits on the shoulders. I haven't sewn the arms because I want them to just be very relaxed and soft. And if you like, you can even wear it off the shoulder. So there's a couple of options here. It's crocheted in a very loose stitch with a size 6mm crochet hook. And as I mentioned, it's a very fine mohair silk yarn. I've only used about 25 grams, which was one ball, of this mohair yarn, which was 20 Canadian dollars. So for the price of 20 Canadian dollars, I've now changed my outfit. I'm really happy with it. Hi, my name is Lindy, and thank you for joining my channel. Welcome or welcome back. In my tutorial today, I'm going to show you how I crocheted the scarf. The stitch is very simple. It's just chain stitches, and basically the whole item is made with chain stitches. The difficult part of it is that because of the fluffy yarn, it's not always easy to see the fibers, and it needs a little bit of patience. But it's not a big item, and I'm actually now going to go and look at some of my other evening wear and make different colors to match them. I'd love to show you how I crocheted this. Let's begin the tutorial now. I ended up using only one 25-gram ball of the silk mohair yarn. It's very fine, if you want to have a look at how fine it is. It's one of the finest yarns available. Hand wash, don't bleach, tumble dry, and only a 1 iron. But I'm going to actually use a larger crochet hook because I want to get a very loose weave. Let's see how it's going to crochet up. We're going to make the width of this shawl 31 inches wide. The length of my sash is 32 inches from the back of my waist over my shoulder to the front of my waist. We begin by crocheting 31 inches of chain stitches. The important thing when working with this yarn is to keep your hands very loose. You don't want to tighten the stitch, and you want to keep the chain stitch nice and loose. The important thing when measuring your chain stitch is to keep it very loose. Don't pull it when you measure it. I'm using the white background so that you can see the stitches more clearly. Once we have the correct number of stitches, the first row we're going to do 5 more chain stitches. And then here are our 5 chain stitches. We now skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and we go into the 5th chain stitch, picking up 2 stitches, and making a loop. That is actually the pattern. We now do 5 more chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we skip 1, 2, 3, 4 and go into the 5th stitch here, this stitch here, and we do a single crochet. So the whole idea is to make this really soft and loose. And the idea is to make it a piece of fabric. So we do 5 chain stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we count 1, 2, 3, 4 into the 5th one here. And I do suggest you pick up 2 stitches, because you will notice if you only pick up 1, it will stretch a little bit. So here you can see the pattern we're forming, and when we get to the end we go back and we catch the center one of the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you count 1, 2, 3, 4 into this one. Pick up 2 stitches, and I do a single crochet so that there is a bit of a space. You could do a slip stitch here, but I find the single crochet gives you a little more space. So we're going to just keep going all the way to the very end, and I'll show you what we do when we get to the end. Here we are at the end of the first row, and what I've done is I've put a little marker here at the bottom of the chain stitch, because I want to remember which side to work on. So we get to the end here. We only have 3 at the end here, but don't worry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just go into the last stitch there because you're not going to notice it. We do 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we turn our work around and we go into the center hole, picking up 2 stitches, so that's how we're going to do the next row. 5 stitches and into the center stitch. Into the center stitch here and a single crochet. So I'm going to keep going in this pattern, just creating very light soft stitches, and I'll meet you once I've done a few more. I want the edge to just blend so that there's no real edging. Mohair yarn is often called fuzzy or has a halo effect. You can see the way the fibers come off the actual thread. Now, to unpick is called frogging. You would imagine with this high fiber that it would be difficult to frog, but I think because this mohair and silk are such a high quality, look how easily it actually frogs. I thought that was really interesting. This is the width of our front and back of our sash. I decided to make them into 2 parts because I want to use this cast on edge for the neckline. This is the length of the scarf, which would go, this would drop down the arm, this would come across the front of the neck and drop down the other arm. You'll need to measure from the center, so we'll make a center, we'll fold this in half and then find the center. This is going to be the neckline. You then need to measure what your neckline is on each side, because we want it to fit across the neckline over the straps, but it can slip off the shoulder if you wish. So I've decided to make it 34 centimeters for the neckline. I fold this in half to get the center, and half of 34 is 17, so I measure from here to 17, which is also 7 inches, and then I put a pin in here on each side. Here is the front and the back laid on a larger area because I want you to see the whole project. I've kept both of the front and the backs attached to the yarn because I'm not going to end it off until I'm sure that it's the correct length for me. The turquoise marker is the center. The apricot markers are the straps of the dress. So that is the neck opening from one apricot marker to the next. I'm now going to sew up along here by just catching and keeping it quite soft, but still keeping this chain stitch as the neck edging. The back is not going to be very noticeable. The front, I want to have that. So I'm going to sew from the top of the arm to the neck, and the same on the other side. I've kept the edging very light and soft. I don't want to put a border on this. I want this to look like a very soft fabric. It's not important if the neckline doesn't match up. You won't see that. It's important that this matches up. I've taken some yarn out of the center of the ball that I can sew back. This is a very large darning needle. You could use a sewing needle, but I like using this one. So I weave it along the cast on start, and then I just pick it up at the cross section, and if you can, try and match them up, but it's not always possible. Always pull it so that you don't pucker up the stitch, and I double up here. I go back along here until I get to this edging, and I pick it up at the center here, and I double up. So I'm going to continue along here, and then I'm going to edge it off, and I'm going to sew this thread back, and I'll do the same on the other side, and I'll show you when that's done. My name is Lindy, and thank you for watching my videos. If you enjoyed this tutorial on how to crochet a sash using mohair and silk very fine weight yarn, please be sure to like and subscribe, and you'll be notified when my next is available. Take care and bye.